Welcome to this edition of RPPV News, bringing you all the news from across the Mornington Peninsula. I'm Jo Violetta.
And I'm Lisa Lenoble. Our top stories for this week are a war of words over living on the Mosquito Coast.
One of the most expensive public schools in Victoria is here on the peninsula.
A costly road hazard at the top of Arthur's Seat.
And we say happy birthday to Victoria's longest running street market.
And later in the program, we'll meet the organiser of Rosebud's Foreshore Rockfest. But first, the news.
Mornington Peninsula Shire and the state government are still in dispute over the spraying of mosquitoes using dangerous insecticides.
Mayor David Gill has been exchanging angry words with Nepean MP Chris Brain. A public consultation on the Engage Victoria website is proof, according to Mayor Gill, that the government wants the power to spray insecticides without community consent. In his response, Mr Brain stated that no bill is currently before Parliament. Mayor Gill is pressing for further clarification.
If parents think sending their children to a state school will save them money, they may need to think again. Mount Eliza Secondary School has been identified as the second most expensive public school in Victoria. Although not a fee-paying school, parents are expected to pay just over $3,000 a year in costs. This is 5 times the state average of $676 for government schools.
The most picturesque drive on the Mornington Peninsula, Arthur's Seat Road, has become a life-threatening hazard as it's unclear what is being done about it.
The Eagle chairlift attracts 250,000 tourists a year and there is no safe crossing area between the building and summit. Flinders Federal MP Greg Hunt has expressed concern about the number of near misses. He has offered federal funding for improvements, but only if they're matched by either state or shire funding.
Victoria's longest running street market has turned 40. Mornington's Main Street Market, which started in 1979, is held every Wednesday. From humble beginnings, it now boasts more than 50 stalls and is a regular drawcard for Melbourne visitors. It has proudly kept its motto of home-baked, homemade and homegrown.
Up to 200 people are regularly sleeping rough each night in the Western Port region of the peninsula, which has the 6th highest rate of homelessness in Victoria. There is no emergency housing on the peninsula and waiting lists are long as there is insufficient funding for caseworkers.
The food bank in Frankston has said it is struggling to meet demand. A public forum on the issue is being held at St Mark's Church in Balnarring on Sunday the 20th of October.
A paraglider in his 30s crashed into the base of a cliff near Flinders Pier last week. It took emergency crews 2 hours to reach the American tourist and he was rushed to Frankston Hospital with back injuries.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Water police arrested a 21-year-old Bond Beach man at Carrum Beach last week. He was caught in a boat with a blood alcohol reading of 0.141. As with car drivers, the legal limit is 0.05. He was fined just over $700.
The Shire has a plan to eliminate single-use plastics on the peninsula over the next 2 years. They are also targeting large events at which water bottles, coffee cups, plastic bags and takeaway containers are rife. If the Shire meets its targets, it will be the first municipality in Victoria to become single plastic free.
A more local initiative is the Little Tracker program. This is a joint venture between Melbourne Water, RMIT and Frankston Council. The GPS trackers are being used to track litter that goes down Melbourne drains and ends up in the bay. Frankston High School students helped launch the trackers in Cananook Creek this week.
The Shire is offering the free disposal of green waste to residents and ratepayers on the weekend of the 25th and 26th and 27th of October. You just need to provide proof of residency at any of the Shire sites including Tyab, Rye and Mornington. What is considered to be green waste? All garden rubbish and untreated timber. You can get more information at the Mornington Peninsula Shire website.
It's Walk to School Month in Victoria this month. Parents are urged to ditch the car and encourage their children to walk, ride, skate or scoot in the fresh peninsula air. The Shire is running competitions with local schools such as Fancy Feet, Bling Your Bike and Scooter Day. Prizes include a footy clinic with AFL and AFLW players, a whole of school party and a trophy made by the Men's Shed.
Mornington Peninsula Regional Gallery is hosting pianist Brian Chapman's recital lecture exposing the truth about Beethoven's famous work, Moonlight Sonata. All will be revealed on Monday, 21st of October. The lecture will begin at 10:30 a.m. and is hosted by Friends of MPRG. RPPV will be there recording the event for an upcoming documentary on Brian Chapman.
Very explosive chord. And then followed by its echo, not explosive. It, to me, has this choking idea that you're so full of rage and anger that you can't get the words out.
With Rosebud's Foreshore Rockfest just a month away, Tony Healy provides us with a preview as he chats to the Rockfest organiser.
And we're meeting today with a very good friend, but also a very good friend of the station, who I just found out for more than 10 years have been a major sponsor of RPP. And they're not one of the four big banks, but it's Julie Nolo from Bendigo Bank. And Julie is the branch operations manager of Rye, Rosebud and Dramana. Is that right?
That's correct.
Oh, I'm pretty good. It's good.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons of like talking to Julie is that she started the Rockfest.
I did originally. I'm on the Rosebud Chamber of Commerce and went to them 4 years ago and said, you know, we go to a lot of rock and roll festivals throughout Australia, and we have a fantastic venue down on the Rosebud Foreshore, and said, you know, why can't we have one here? And they said, Julie, you organise it and we'll back it. So,
well, which you did, but you must be, seriously, you must be very proud. Now it's in its fourth year.
Yeah.
It's gone from a one-day event to now a 4-day event, really 3 main days.
3 main days and one
but,
night, yeah.
But that's huge. I mean, I don't know about, I know that you go to them around the country, and I think the big one's Cooley, is it?
Yeah, so Cooley Rocks, Coolangatta.
It seems to be having a huge presence now in the Mornington Peninsula.
Yeah, well, it's growing every year, and this year would be the largest year that we've had, and we've got it all in one venue on the foreshore, whereas previous years we've run dances on the Saturday night at different venues, and this year it's all in one place, so you can just come down and enjoy it all on one spot. So
yeah, so it's called the Rosebud Foreshore Rockfest. I should know that, but it is. And tell us, although I might know, but our viewers may not, some of the attractions that are going on over those 3 days.
Okay, so over the 3 days. So first of all, Thursday night we've got a rock and roll trivia night. If anyone's interested in coming to that, that's at the Memorial Hall in Rosebud on the foreshore. That should be a little bit of fun. And then it kicks off Friday night with a meet and greet party. Then we have dancers in the main
there's a big marquee, huge
so big marquee on the foreshore, where the carnival side is in Rosebud behind the Memorial Hall, and so we've got one band playing, and also Normie Rowe is going to be there as well, which is fantastic. So that's a bit of a bonus. We've got Smoke and Wingtips is a band, Normie Rowe and DJ Angelo. So there'll be lots going on in the marquee, and then also on the Village Green, where the sound shell is, we've got the Elvis Big Band playing.
I've actually seen a clip of a 14-piece band. They're fantastic.
They look fantastic,
yeah, they
and
really
also a couple of rock and roll movies are on that night. So we've got an outdoor cinema. So
well, that's what's called the Elvis Beach Party.
I think so.
Yes.
See, you know more about it than me.
I do. You know why.
Yeah.
And so they've got Viva Las Vegas and Girls, Girls, Girls. And in fact, RPP, there is a drive-in experience. So some people, I don't know how many, can bring their cars.
Which will be great.
And tune in. I think RPP is somehow, I don't know how they do that, so you can tune into RPP and listen to the audio of the movie.
Fantastic.
Other people, I guess, get headphones and things like that.
Yeah, they do. They have headphones,
So hopefully the weather's all good.
Let's cross our fingers for the weather. That's the most important. Saturday during the day, we have got lots of entertainment going on in the street. So in the main street of Rosebud, Point Nepean Road, outside all the shops there'll be bands, there'll be music, all sorts of goodies going on there. And then in the marquee, we've got band and a DJ playing on Saturday during the day. There's also some children's dance classes going on in the Memorial Hall. Saturday night, we also have two bands, Honky Tonk Rockers and Scooters. And Scooters is a band from Tassie that are coming over to play. So they're in the marquee.
And this is
Saturday
where
night.
All your group, if I can call them that, I don't know if you call them rockabilly dancers or whatever.
Rock and rollers, yep.
That'll do. So they all will be coming basically to be entertained and dance at
Yes,
these things.
definitely. Yeah, we'll have a huge dance floor, so there'll be lots of dancing going on. What we found even last year, people were dancing in the street, which is fantastic. It's a show. Sunday's a show and shine, so you'll have all the muscle cars and hot rods, etc., coming down. And Saturday night, what we've been able to do, we've had Vic Road's approval to close off Point Nepean Road,
which I can't believe.
I know, it's just
Has that
amazing.
ever happened before?
No, not in Rosebud. No, in Coolangatta they do a night cruise on the Saturday night, so we will have a similar sort of thing going on.
Well, it's pretty significant to close, perhaps
Main
a kilometre
road.
or whatever it is of road, and people have got to go around it. Well, that's their problem. But and there, I know that there's a lot of pre-registrations of cars, and basically they just cruise.
They will just
But it's
cruise.
Impressive. You've seen it in Coolangatta.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
But it's the good thing about it for me, I suppose, is it's a family-friendly.
Oh,
It's licensed and there's food trucks and in fact RPP's got a sausage sizzle going on to raise money for the station. So
fantastic.
It's a great community effort.
So there'll be lots of things for, doesn't matter what age you are, I think you'll be able to come down and enjoy.
We'll all be there.
Yeah.
Julie, thank you for that, and thank you to the ongoing support of the Bendigo Bank and the great support of the Rockfest, I know, but also it helps keeps this station ticking over as best as,
No, you're welcome. It's all good.
So thank you for doing that today.
That's okay, thank you.
So we look forward to the Rockfest. It's coming up November 14 to 17.
Well, quite a bit happening for us on the news front, Lisa. Can we expect more shifting weather fronts?
It looks very much like it, Joe. I had a look at it for us a little bit earlier. Lisa Lenoble with the Mornington Peninsula 5-day forecast this Friday, the 18th of October. On Friday being a maximum of 21, partly cloudy, with medium chance of showers in the late afternoon and evening. Winds westerly to northwesterlies 25 to 40 kilometres an hour, tending north to northwesterly 30 to 45 k's an hour in the morning, then tending west to northwesterly in the middle of the day. On Saturday, we have a maximum of 15, cloudy with a high chance of showers, winds westerly 30 to 45 kilometres an hour. On Sunday, we have a maximum of 17, cloudy, medium chance of showers, most likely in the morning. Winds westerly 30 to 35 k's an hour, tending southwesterly 25 to 40 k's an hour during the afternoon, then decreasing to 20 to 30 k's an hour during the evening. On Monday, we have a maximum of 17. It's going to be cloudy, winds southwesterly 15 to 25 k's an hour. On Tuesday, a maximum of 19, partly cloudy, light winds. Wednesday, beautiful, 24 degrees, mostly sunny, light winds becoming northerly, 15 to 20 k's an hour during the morning. I'm Lisa Lenoble. That's it for this week's weather. The Main Street Mornington Festival celebrates its 24th year on Sunday. So get down and enjoy the wonderful festivities this weekend. And a big happy birthday to my darling daughter Georgia. Have a great weekend.
Well, a change in the weather has seen us hanging up our snow skis and heading out for the waves. So let's cross to our man down the coast with the most, Muzz, with the latest on the surf.
Hello to this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. As you can see behind me, the wind's offshore, but the swell that we're meant to get this week is yet to arrive. So as of tomorrow, we should see a rapid increase in the swell, and that swell will hold through Saturday, Sunday into Monday. So probably the choice days for a surf this week will be Saturday in Westerport Bay out behind me. And Sunday afternoon should be good, and Monday in the morning when the wind is still offshore. There'll be a slight hiccup then, and midway through next week, Wednesday, Thursday, it'll be back on the beach breaks between Portsea and Gunnamatta. So there's plenty of surf to be had. Springtime, as we know, can be good, can be bad, so it looks like we've got a reasonable run this time.
And keep an eye out for RPPV's portal for Muzz's upcoming beach and surf report.
That's it for this edition of RPPV News. I'm Jo.
And I'm Lisa, bringing you the news from coast to coast across the peninsula.